Play that. Speaking of coronavirus, segue time. Let's play that Trump misinformation clip when he was on the Fox News program Fox and Friends yesterday. He called into the show, and this clip set off a domino effect that reverberated well off of cable television, and I'll get to that shortly. But first, let's play Donald Trump calling into Fox and Friends yesterday.
Big tech versus the White House, Facebook and Twitter taking down the same post from President Trump citing the coronavirus misinformation.
Yeah, Twitter even suspending the Trump campaign account, too.
Ashley Strohmeyer joins us live with how the Trump team is responding. Ashley, good morning.
Good morning, guys. For the first time, Facebook pulled a post from President Trump, and Twitter then removed the same post, as well as suspended his campaign's account. Both tech giants claiming what President Trump said on Fox and Friends Wednesday was misinformation about kids and COVID-19. Watch.
This thing's going away. It will go away like things go away. And my view is that schools should be open. If you look at children are almost, and I would almost say definitely, but almost immune from this disease.
We can stop
a spokesperson for Twitter.
That is, I can definitely say that is not true. There have been children who died from complications due to coronavirus. Very young children, babies, toddlers. It seems to be they're less susceptible to the symptoms, and they are, their immune systems can deal with it better than older people. Yes, that doesn't mean they are immune, and they still are very strong carriers. In fact, studies have shown that they carry it, more so than the strain more so than adults even, and they could pass it along to their parents, their grandparents, their teachers.
They don't care for themselves, right?
Right. So I wanted to get the misinformation there out of the way, make sure no one thinks that kids are almost definitely, according to Trump, immune to this.
And I just want to point out, you say they don't seem as symptomatic as adults, but there's all these long-term symptoms we're only just starting to see from COVID, from like people who didn't even have a significant bout of it, but all of a sudden their hair's coming out in clumps.
Right.
Like, this is a very weird disease. And I don't know why that's news to people. Not like, I think a lot of us, our generation, like we weren't around for like HIV to just come out of nowhere. So like, we're not used to the idea that something new can come. So we all just want to think of it as a extreme flu or cold. This is something really weird. And the idea that we're subjecting kids to it and teachers and their parents, because mainly we need to make them work for money. Basically, we can't just take care of the life's essentials for a while while we get through this. I worry that like years from now, we're going to be looking at a whole generation of people scarred by this shit.
Right. And to even add on to what you're saying, there's been people who've had irreversible heart damage and lung damage from this disease. And again, who knows down the road what that's going to do and the further effects. I mean, there's some people, I believe they even they even gave themselves a nickname. I don't recall what it is, but there are people who got coronavirus in March, April, and they are still sick from it, even though the doctors have said that it's gone from your system. They're still dealing with whatever symptoms, whatever residue, I guess you can say, that's still in them. Or we've never dealt with anything quite like this. And I'm glad you brought that up, Matt. But
I've read that the lasting impact on people's lungs is like a cross between AIDS and SARS, which doesn't sound like a minor thing.
No, it doesn't.